Your phone rings. It's your daughter. She's crying. She says she's been in an accident and she needs money right now. There's just one problem. That voice may not be your daughter. AI voice cloning technology can be used to imitate a loved one's voice in family emergency scams. And this is what makes the scam different. You may recognize the voice, the tone, the way they talk, maybe even the way they call you dad or granddad. So how do you verify somebody when you can no longer trust the voice? Stay with me. I got you on this one because I'm going to give you a simple family protection plan that can help answer that question. Don't leave. Stay here. I'm Marvin Sykes. I'm your digital safety detective. I was a police officer for 25 years, and 19 of those years I worked as a narcotics detective. And working at narcotic detective, one thing those years taught me, and it taught me good, when emotions are running high, verification becomes even more important. Let's look at how this scam works. The voice is no longer proof. It's not. Here's where the scams can get dangerous. Most of us recognize people by their voice. I know I do. You know, your spouse calls, you know the voice. Your son calls, you know the voice. Your grandchild calls, you definitely know the voice for those little guys. You know it. For years, that felt like verification, but technology has changed all that. The FTC warns that scammers can use a short audio clip potentially taken from content posted online with voice cloning software to imitate a loved one. So hearing someone who sounds like your family member doesn't prove you're actually talking to them. Crazy, right? It's just unbelievable. That's a major change in how we need to think about phone calls. Recognize the voice, but verify the person. Why this scam hits so hard? But this next part explains why even careful people can get caught. The scam isn't really attacking your technology. It's attacking your emotions. It's pulling at your heartstrings. It's pulling right there. Dad, I've been arrested. Grandma, I was in an accident. Mom, please help me. Don't tell Dad. I need the money. What's your first instinct? Oh my God, I gotta help them. That's exactly what the scammer wants. The FTC says family emergency scammers commonly use urgency, secrecy, and emotional pressure to push people into acting before verifying what's really happening. Your love for your family isn't the weakness. The rush is. The scammer needs you moving faster than you're thinking. That's what they want to do. So we're gonna fix that. Real emergency or scam? Let me ask you. Let me give you a quick test. Let's see if you're paying attention in class. This is a fictional example. Right? Now, you answer. Your grandson's voice says, "Granddad, I'm in trouble. I was in an accident. Please don't tell Mom." Then another person gets on the telephone and he says, "Mr. Sykes, I'm his attorney. We need $6,000 immediately. Don't discuss the case with anyone." Real emergency or a scam? What you say? Post in the comments, let me know. Here's the correct answer I'm giving to you. Open book test. You don't know yet, and that's the point. Don't decide based on how convincing the story sounds. Verify it. Watch for the second person. Here's a detail people sometimes overlook. The first voice may sound like your relative. Then somebody else takes over. A supposed lawyer, right? Or a fake police officer, or a fake doctor, all right? Or they may say, "Hey, I'm a court employee," or other authority figure. The FTC warns that emergency scammers sometimes pose as authority figures to make the story more convincing and frightening. Now you're dealing with two psychological pressures: family emotion, pulling at the heartstrings, and authority. That's powerful. That's very powerful. But neither one replaces verification. One question changes everything. Just one question changes everything. Now we're getting to the point where I want you to share with your family, because there's something you can establish before this call ever happens. That gives you another way to verify someone. Not their voice, not caller ID, not information about your family. Something the scammer shouldn't know. I'll show you exactly what I mean in a moment. Hang on now, I'm getting there. But first, there's another warning sign you need to recognize. Follow the money. How do they want you to pay? Listen carefully to how they want you to send the money. They may request a wire transfer, cryptocurrency, a payment app, gift cards, or another fast payment method. The FTC warns that family emergency scammers commonly pressure victims to send money quickly through methods such as wire transfers, cryptocurrencies, payment apps, or gift cards. And there's usually another instruction. don't tell nobody. That's important because your spouse, another child, another grandchild, or friend might ask the question the scammer doesn't want asked. Have you actually called them? Create a family verification word. Remember the protection method I promised you? Here it is. Create a family verification word or phrase. The FBI specifically recommends establishing a secret word or phrase with family members to help verify identity in situations involving AI-enabled impersonations. Pick something your family will remember, but strangers won't easily discover. And don't post it online. Of course not. We don't want to do that. Then agree on the rule. If somebody calls claiming there's an emergency and something doesn't feel right, ask for the family verification word. But here's something important. Don't rely on the secret word alone. Your strongest move is still independent verification. What to do when the call happens. When the call happens, let's go back to the opening. You answer the phone. Someone sounds exactly like your daughter. She's crying. She needs money immediately. What do? Here's your move. Say, I'm gonna call you back. Then end the call. Call your loved one using the number you already have for them. Go into your phone, dial them up. Don't call a number the caller gives you or what's on your caller ID. Call their phone number. If you can't reach them, contact another family member or someone close to them. The FTC specifically advises not to trust the voice alone and to contact the supposed loved one directly using a number they know belongs to that person. If they can't reach them, contact other family members or their friends. This is important. You don't have to prove the caller is a scammer. You don't have to prove it. You only need to verify that your family member is safe. At the end of the day, we just want to make sure they're good. There's a much easier job. That's a much easier job. Here's your digital safety detective protection plan. Stop. Don't send money. Don't give account information. Don't let urgency control your decision. Verify. Hang up. Hang it up. Call your loved one directly. Contact another family member if necessary. If you can't get that one that called, call a family member or friend. Use your family verification word when appropriate. And finally, report it. If you sent money or disclosed financial information, please report that so your bank can stop the money or protect you. Contact them very quickly and report suspected fraud to the appropriate authorities. Make sure you get them involved. Don't forget, stop, verify, report. That's what we're doing. It's 2026. That's what we're doing. The biggest lesson from this video is simple. We used to say, I know that voice. Now we need one more step. It's ridiculous how AI is taking over. I know that voice, but I'm still going to verify. And there's another AI scam you need to know about because scammers aren't only cloning voices. They're also using AI-generated videos and images to make people and situations appear real when they're not. The FBI has warned that generative AI is being used to financially fraud involving fabricated audio and video. We'll break that down in the next video. Subscribe to Sykes, the Digital Safety Detective, so you know what to look for before a scammer reaches you. Recognize scams, protect your money, stay safe online, my friend. They tried my mom with this scam. They called her. Supposedly my son was arrested and my son never gets in any trouble. And my mom hung the phone up and called me and I said, Mom, he's right here. He's in the house. She said, someone just called and said that he had a DUI and he was gonna be arrested. And I said, well, obviously that was a scam. She said, yeah, it was trying to get me to send them $500. And I said, well, I know you weren't gonna send $500. And my mom said, you know that's right. So, all right, guys, be blessed, stay encouraged, and I'll catch you on the next video. Marvin Sykes out of here. Later.